Hello. So, like most of the world and the internet specifically, I have been loving Disney's new movie Encanto. Like the first time I watched it, I was like, okay, there's a few plot points that like didn't make sense, and there's a bit of a confusing part in the beginning. And then I rewatched it, and I was just like, the songs, like, I first watched that. I can't remember if it was Christmas Day or like a couple days after, but it's like the 23rd of January now, and those songs are still stuck in my head. Apparently, also a lot in the internet's mind because we don't talk about Bruno hit number one or something in some streams or something like that, which is like the first one to do so since Let It Go or something like that. But anyway, today I'm going to be ranking slash rating Encanto's soundtrack. So I already have a bit of a bias going into this just from like watching the movies, because some of them are more catchy and better than others. So yeah, that's just this is basically just gonna be me. I forgot I was supposed to be stopping and like rating it. Well, the line where she introduces Abuela already kind of sets up the entire I don't want to say conflict, but let's be clear, Abuela runs this show. I mean, come on. All my comments are gonna be dumb little things like that. Something I wish they would have done is my tia Peppa, her mood affects the weather. So it kind of rhymes, but she says weather, like she could have done weather. Also, another thing that I didn't realize that not everyone noticed is that each person she talks about in the little mural, like when she talks about them, they get brighter. Like you see how much brighter she is and how then they're darker, and then when she talks about Bruno, he's brighter, and it does that with all of them. One thing I also really love that these songs do is I literally cannot remember the last Disney movie besides this one that was also musical, but how they incorporate like the transitions and how they're moving around in the music. Also, when they first introduced them, I thought they were gay. I was like, what? Because I thought the lyrics were two guys or whatever fell in love in the family madrigal, and I was like, oh my gosh, but it's with the family madrigal, and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool too, I guess. Also, I don't know how involved the like directors are with the singing, but throughout the movie, like sometimes the voice actors will like growl in their voice, or they're like enunciate something a specific way, and it's just like the grandkid. Let's play it again. Let's play it again. Did she just a mistake? Did she just pick up that bridge out of the middle of town square? Like, did I just miss it? Was it just a bridge randomly in town? And the first time I watched it too, I was like, where'd you get that bridge from? Anyway, loved it. That one was very much stuck in my head for a very long time. And I guess, I can start a little rating system right here. 1 second. I feel like all of them are just gonna be like tied for number one. Okay, I love this one. The Family Madrigal. Boop. And then next is the All I Need, Waiting on a Miracle. Literally when this happened, this scene, I was like, oh my gosh. Like no one even, not even her parents, like sought to like look her out to get in the picture. Okay. Also, I love how this one came right after the family madrigal, how she was all like, oh, it's perfectly fine that I don't have a gift, like I'm still part of the family, like blah blah. Then this is a song that comes directly after where she's like in pain and she's finally telling you. This is where we were all joking. We were like, what do you mean she doesn't have a power? It's the power to stop time. But I'll explain at the end where I got a bit confused, and actually my entire family got a bit confused. I love Abuela's hairstyle. That's all I'm saying. Like, and then how the scene continues with the casita falling apart. We were all like, when is this happening? Like, is this after the party? Is it during the party? Is it like late at night? Like, that was the only thing that it was a bit confusing, because I get that time wasn't completely frozen throughout her song. Like she was still, people were still moving, which like shows the passage of time, but it was just a bit unclear toward the end, like exactly when she had unfrozen. that song was very good, but just because it wasn't like a bop, like something that you can like, it's gonna go definitely lower. Like it was definitely still a good song, but it's going way low. Okay, the next is Surface Pressure. I love also sure it's like fall, falter. Like I love that little like subtle fall, like how she can just change up the words and it's still. That was also so good. Like I remember when it started with the pressure like the tip, I was like, okay. It was still very good, but I think the family Madrigal, just because that one's so catchy, I think this one's gonna go under it. No, I don't think I'm gonna rate them. I think I'm just gonna rank them. Because it's also very, I was listening to it yesterday in the shower, like just listening to the soundtrack, and it's very different without the visuals. Like very, like it just isn't the same. So if I was to rank it right now, it wouldn't be just the song, it'd also be the visuals, which is a whole other thing that I kind of don't want to do right now. So I'm just gonna be ranking them. What's the next song that comes up? Is it We Don't Talk About Bruno? 1 second. I wonder if they named him specifically with this song in mind, like, no, Bruno, no, like, or if it was already decided and the writer was like, Bruno, no. I love their dynamic, kind of. In the song, I love their dynamic, how she's like, I'm gonna be telling the story even though I said no, but I'm gonna be telling the story and I'm gonna get mad at you if you say anything. So he's just like little bits here and there. But it was funny, but I liked it. It worked, especially with their voice ranges. Okay. Camilo, whoever his actor is, he does it a lot where he like growls some of his lines and I love it. I love it. Okay. Also, I think they, unless I literally just didn't notice it like the 10 times I watched it, how they like boosted the stepping sounds in this. I honestly think this part right here ruins the song. Like I get it's showing that it wasn't just a family that like struggled with it, which is why they were like, we don't talk about Bruno in the first song, but like if it's one thing I've learned is that people are dumb. Like the general public is dumb. And so like all these reasons right here that they give him, like they're dumb. But like it just ruins the song. It ruins the song. It like ruins the flow. I get not kids catching that, but like adults not catching that it was Dolores that was in love with Mariano. Like they literally framed that literally perfectly. Literally perfectly. What's the guy's name? Lin Manuel Rodriguez or something like that. I heard that he does this, if not in all of his songs, but all his songs where he has like them all singing at once. But I think it very much works here because like Mirabel is trying to figure out who Bruno is, and so she has all these different people telling her from like their own experiences, and not only that, but they're also a family, so they also have a like family aspect to it. So I think that wasn't just thrown in here just for him to like say I do it in all of my productions or whatever, but I think it actually fits here. And also they ended the song the way they started with the thunderclap when Peppa enters the room. I'm tied with the Family Madrigal and We Don't Talk About Bruno being my top song, just because that, like, this one was definitely more to like move the story along. But that dumb town part, I don't want to say I hated it, but it like, I think that one's okay. Next, what comes after this one? What else can I do? Literally, what song is that? Oh, as you can tell by my reaction, someone's showering. That song, I did not like it that much. Like, it's very well sung, but just like the genre, I guess that it is, especially with such a like catchy and upbeat and like noisy, I guess you could say, We Don't Talk About Bruno, to go straight to this one. Okay, let's just watch it. I don't really think I like Mirabel's part here. Like, I feel like her dialogue was kind of unnecessary. Like, you're telling me she has never tried to just grow things? Like, I know she didn't think that her power was just to grow flowers. Let's look at her door. Okay. In her defense, her door does just show flowers from what I can see. So if little 5-year-old Isabella was like, I can grow flowers, and then Abuela swooped in with her like, you're gonna use this to make the town look perfect and like beautiful and put on a show. But you're telling me Isabella has never like in her room tried to, like, if I could grow plants and my abuela was like, no, you're only gonna grow flowers, I would secretly be trying to grow all this stuff in my, like, in her humongous room. Like, that thought has never crossed her mind. Like, she was so put into the mold that she didn't even think about trying. Like, how does I don't want to be that person that gets into like the details of her, the aspects of her powers. But does she need to know what the flower is before or the plant is before trying to grow it? Or can she just be like, ugh, and then random plant pops up? Because if they're affected by her emotions, which is what the cactus was, and then I saw some people there like, well, once you've been told to hide your emotions, you stop feeling them after a while, blah blah blah. But anyway, I think that's also what I was trying to like. The first time I heard this, because first impressions are very important with music, and during this whole song, I was just like, she's never tried doing this before. Like, I was trying to figure exactly what I was just saying. Like, I was doing that while listening to the song. I was like, never before. Like, she's never been like, oh, I want some pecans, but it takes like 20 months to get here because of shipment or whatever. She wasn't just like, pecan tree. Anyway, back to the actual song, because that's what I'm rating. I don't know. It would have been cool if they kind of did, but how they started like at the very like maybe piano, and then it changed to like rock by the end of the song to like show her change. Or at least, I mean, they did, but they just like added drums, and then right after she does go right back to like her retreated self. I don't know. Like I said, I just didn't vibe with it. Like, okay. And last but not least is Dos Oruguitas. If I'm being honest, when I listened to this in the shower yesterday, I did not cry whatsoever. And every time I've watched this, like watched it, I've cried. So that just shows how much like visuals adds to something. But I don't know.
We believe saving a target should be easy.
I don't know if I'll get emotional, because like it's one thing to watch it in like as the movie's happening, and it's another thing just to watch it randomly. So we'll see.
Checking account to a Target debit red card today.
Do I even know what the song is saying? No. My Spanish is not that fluent, but like it did its job. I think that is all of the songs. On the soundtrack they had, oh no, there's this one. Me Encanto. Literally that song. All of you. Why didn't it show up here? Oh, I literally just missed it. I noticed that in the Family Madrigal, since this is the last like song, she goes back and she like kind of changes lyrics to like fit the family more. Okay, why did they do that one? That's how the movie started. Literally.
Magic.
Why did they just put a preview in here? What? Okay, no one is talking about this in the comments. Okay, why did they do that? Okay, completely threw me off. Whatever. I lost my train of thought also. That was so jarring. What the heck? That song was like there was so much talking. So I think that's going on the bottom of my list. Encanto. There's no video. Colombia. Me encanto.
Colombia, me encantó, me encantó.
He looks so shy.
Colombia,
So loud.
me encantó, me encantó.
Also, is someone like hyping him up? Is that what I hear?
Colombia, me encantó, me encantó.
Oh, no, I
Colombia.
think this is in the background. Anyway, so that's all of the music. And even if it isn't, that's what I'm doing. So the final lineup, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, let me stop this. I'll start from the bottom. The last song we have is All of You. Who suspected that? I did. And wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, in 5th place we have What Else Can I Do? Just didn't vibe with it, but it was a bit more catchy than All of You. Number 4, Waiting on a Miracle. Was a good song, had good visuals, it just wasn't better than the top 3. Okay, now, for the top 3. Number 3 is Surface Pressure. Need I say more? And number 2, We Don't Talk About Bruno. Don't boo me, you know I'm right. It might be an internet favorite, but don't lie to yourself. Because number 1 is the Familia Madrigal. That is top place. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you all for joining me on this. Thank you all for joining me on this journey, where I just got to talk about this movie, which is currently literally in my head, like all the time, like in the background. You can ask my family. Like for the first couple days, I was just like, me encanto, me encanto, and then also doing Pepas. Looks like rain. Okay, but yes, that is my end. Comment in the comments below what your rating is, or if you like completely disagree with me, like if my top 3 are your lower 3 and vice versa. We need to talk. But yes, that is the end. Thank you for joining me. If you'd like, you can subscribe and like this video, and hopefully I will be posting another video soon relating to this. It's a pop socket. No, it's not a sponsorship. I wish. But yes, that is the end of this video. And